Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This is not weekly updates. Um, this is Shonen me up. I haven't thought about the title. Let's go with For now, let's go with reading updates. This is gonna be about webtoons and shonen that I'm reading right now, and it's like some interesting stuff that have updated because I don't think I'm good enough to do reaction to it, and I don't have anything to record my stream, so or a button to scroll down or whatnot. So I think this is good. Also, because quite frankly, I don't think I'm funny enough to carry an entire thing or in much of it. Yeah, I say I'm not theorist or good at theorizing, but some of the series that I have reading right now, I haven't seen all of it. I need to catch up a little bit on My Hero. Not that much. I know what happened, but I just need a little bit. I barely read One Piece, but I know everything that happened. But I'm not an expert and stuff like that. But hopefully by the end of this school year, I will be able to at least have caught up to. I gotta catch up JJK, Match, or Muscle Magic. Mash. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I know that's the name Mash, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly or not. And I want to watch Cowboy Bebop. And the last thing I need to do is catch up to my current webtoons I haven't caught up to, and what's it called? And catch up to My Hero. After that, I'll be done catching up stuff for the time being, or watching stuff for the time. Well, catching up, yeah. But let's talk about it. So let's talk about One Piece since just talk about it. I've been reading the recent chapters really much. I know everything happened once again. Don't want to anger y'all, but I don't have the time for it. I know it's a great story. I will watch y'all, or y'all eventually probably make it a live stream or a video as I go through it. But haven't. But I will say that this current chapter was very satisfying. First of all, I was screaming for minutes when Kuma punched Saint Saturn. Ooh, so satisfying. I know One Piece is gonna come out with better episodes and better chapters, but that have to be top 1, top 10 most satisfying punch in One Piece. It was so clean. We do get revealed that Saint Seiya can heal himself, which I think is interesting because even though we do know that other Dofus can heal, we don't really see it to that extreme. Take for instance, even though Kaido hardly takes damage, right? When he does take damage, it's not an instant heal thing. But Saint Seiya have been instantly healed, and this was my hockey a fused punch. So I think it's interesting to wonder if, because we don't know if it's Awakening or just him activating Delphi. It looks like Awakening, so I'm going to assume that it's Awakening. So there is a time limit on that, for the most part, we can assume. But, we don't know how long it is, and then there also just the fact that, he's, if he can regenerate from his arm literally blowing off, it's hard to tell how much effort it would take. But what I think is interesting is could it be we need conquerors, like a conqueror punch from Luffy in order to hurt him, or take for instance his Nika powers, which can affect reality, as we've seen, and people as we've seen with other people in Onigashima and Kaido when he literally stuck his hand on his eyeballs without making him go blind. Make me wonder you would need a hockey infused punch to do some real good damage against him. That's also still a joke. Chow. Today, Chow, because I forgot to do it for the last 2 videos, will be Mugiwara. I think it's just Mugiwara Luffy or just Mugiwara. First Link and Tekken 101. Sorry about that. In case you aren't aware, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, so that's why I'm saying in case you aren't aware. I am currently in a room, in a place, doing an after school activity. I'm not gonna say where this place is or what room this is. But the point thing is I'm currently I'm not technically speaking the head of it, But since the head left and the two try to leave for a little bit, I am currently the head of like the one in charge. So they were just coming to tell me that they're leaving. Um, Back to One Piece. So just shout out for today's video. Once again, the Mugiwara and Tekken 101. First link in the description. I will now for a weekly update. I might record today or tomorrow. Not sure, but let's get back to this chapter. So, saying Sandler, no. Adam Sandler or Kizaru. Once again, Mugiwara does a funny joke about calling him Adam Sandler, but Kizaru is kind of being weird right now. Like, he seems like he's on the side of the bad guy, but he can't get, like, there's one thing in particular that, like, I haven't watched One Piece, so I'm not sure, but it'd be something interesting that I would like to wonder if any other people in the fandom have done. Have they gone back and, like, seen the scenes with him? Because he make a joke, like, I should have put on darker shades today, because he, like, what I'm doing, like, he's actively acknowledging what he's doing, like, kind of rude and bad and whatnot. So he's like, I should have put on a darker shade today because I am being a shameful man right now. So I would like to see if, like, in other scenes that we see him in, does he wear it? In particular, the scene where after Luffy punches Celestial, he goes after him because they call a Admiral because of that, because, you know, that's a crime, which, you know, it's a shame that's a crime. But they sent Admiral after him, being Kizaru. So I wonder if his glasses were darker than, like, when we see him just standing there, because I think that'd just be interesting because he's made that joke and it's like a joke. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just a joke, but it would be interesting if that's like an actual character thing that he does. Like, you could tell, like, if something, like, he doesn't agree with it by his name, but he doesn't say it vocally because, you know, he probably got killed or, you know, silence. Like, we don't know for sure if the admirals are, like, because we know they're higher up, but we can assume that, like, they still can be put down by, like if the government calls for it, they will still be put down. Even, like, not necessarily if they quit, but just in general. We don't have a case for that yet, but it does, like, make sense for how they're moving. But he makes a joke, and that joke also makes me wonder, like, is he, like, on the side of the bad guys? Because, like, he's friends with most of the people like, they're trying to kill. Like, not that he's friends with Luffy, but he's friends with Vegapunk, Kuma, Bonnie, Sumo Girl. I think it's girl, Sumo guy. I forgot. The one that looked like a sumo wrestler, like, kind of big, have the Tomoe's on her shirt, I think, if I recall correctly. But like, they're friends with each other. And he, interesting enough, he probably might even be that might be interesting because, like, Dragon must have thought this. Most of these were point this out. I think Tekken point this out, but I know Mugiwara point this out. He was like, Dragon must think that they're strong enough, or it might be like become strong enough to be able to fight, you know, the guard, like Saint Saturn and whatnot. We don't know if this still is the case after he was told what happened, but he was, like, seemed confident that they could eventually, like, they have power, like, they wanted to get more power, but they could topple them. But what I think is interesting is, what if, like, Kizaru was a spy? It would add up to some degree, because, just adjusting this a little bit, it would add up to some degree, being that, you know, he's friends with Kuma, a former rebellion. He's friends with, what's her name? Bonnie, who's a pirate, but, you know, that's not necessarily anything big, but who's the daughter of a rebel, you know, someone of the Revolution Army. I'm not gonna say Revolution Army head, and whose sister, or I guess not Bonnie's sister, but her mom's sister or aunt, is also, like, not even just like a small person. He's like the three people around her are like heads of the Revolutionary Army, and then you have Vegapunk, who's friends with Dragon, and like it makes me wonder if like he could be a spy, and that's the reason why he's not going along. Like he could. So there was a thing last chapter where it was like who's giving Luffy food. There was a movie where like I hope it might be Adam Sandler, and what I think might be going on is it could have been actually Adam Sandler, but he's trying to play it neutrally by being a rebel. Like let me play this. If you're a spy, right? But like I don't know, uh, your friend has a daughter or a kid who's going against the army, right? You can't reveal your identity for like, oh, I can't reveal that I'm a spy just yet, because we're not to that plan, the revolutionary, meaning in the revolution. But I could help them out a little bit. Like, I think that might be what's going on here. Um, that's pretty much all that I want to talk about. Like, there's more you can talk about, but that's kind of it from what I want to talk about. The next thing is My Academia. Just realized I was just recording a video for that Mad Path thing that I was talking about last time. On the weekly update number 1. I'm gonna explain what happened with that in the weekly update number 2. But I was just recording a video, and the last time y'all saw it, I was wearing his shirt. These are both official merch by him. So, anyway, so My Hero Academia. Last chapter, really straightforward. Except, I don't know why, but like the ending half was really hard for me to read. Just generally reading it, I don't think there was anything wrong with this chapter. So I was confused by the way I was supposed to read it. It took me like 2 tries, but the ending really got me confused for a bit. Because I was trying to like decipher. Okay, what like I understood what was. I think I understand what's going on, but I don't fully understand it. So at first I thought, okay, maybe All Might died, because we started off by saying what looked like All Might hand pointing at Midoriya. I think this is actually Silver Age suit, All Might too, because of the stars on his hand. I could be wrong though. Might be a different age, but I'm pretty sure Silver Age. But which would be when he got the injury. So would makes sense. So I thought he died after so we see their hand, but I was like, no, that can't be the case because first of all, last time we see him, he was not necessarily in the best. He was nowhere near the best shape. But last time we see him, he was alive, and we don't know the exact time frame difference, but like we can assume that it'd been like. But Doria is more like light. Now I don't know if light speed is the case, but you can argue that Midoriya and Shigaraki are moving at light speed. So if you go by that, right? Midoriya is moving at light speed. That's like it couldn't be that. Like it could literally just be a second after that event, or it could be a minute. But like, I don't think there's enough time for All Might to just die. And then the second thing was we don't see him like fully. We see the flame form of him. So I don't think that he's dead just yet. But the thing was, it was also pointing out, it was changed. I don't know if like this is like I haven't read the manga version of what happened. Actually, I have. I just haven't read like all the manga. I'm going to read the Vigilante arc, or probably even just watch it. I don't know. It really depends. The Vigilante arc. Not the Vigilante arc. Well, I missed some of it, but like the War arc and the Villain arc, the Villain Academia, are like the two that I'm kind of missing right now. So maybe like during at some point in time they changed it, but or like something else that was changed from the manga. But what's interesting is All Might call like the scene they go a flashback to. I'm assuming this is in his memory, but it's from a third perspective, so it's kind of weird. But you can only assume that's memory. The flashback of All Might point, like telling Midoriya, it's your turn. But it says, it's your turn the ninth. So the first thing I want to say is, I'm assuming because All Might personality is not fully in there yet, nor is he dead, so his spirit ain't all the way in there yet. So what I think might be happening is it's like kind of, especially because he closer to death and he already passed on the flames. Literally speaking, it might be taking on all my personality a little bit. So all my things like young Midoriya, but instead of saying young Midoriya, he called him the Knight because there were also other users of One For All cities around him. So like, it's your turn. It's your turn next, the Knight. Or it could be because we don't. I'm pretty sure I'm like the only quirkless person within the vestiges. So it might just, even if he died, it might just be like that. But I don't think so. We have to find out. Like probably, well, we might never find out if All Might doesn't die, but we might find out. But the second thing is, so it came to me after I came out of the shower. I was like, oh, I think I know what this means now. It's showing one of the reasons why Midoriya fights so hard. Like, because we see the second user, I want to say, be like, man, I understand. Like, because I personally can relate to. Okay. There was something about leave. They were like, oh, I can personally relate to, Deku trying to save someone, even though, like, or not trying to save someone, like, believing that every human have a human heart in their core. But, like, I don't understand why you're trying so hard. He was like, you are literally gonna die at this rate. But what I think this is showcasing is why he doesn't give up. Because I know that some people complain about this, right? Deku doesn't have motive or anything like that. But this is like directly showing why Midoriya hasn't given up on Shigaraki yet. Despite charging this extremely powerful attack, which Shigaraki even states, and he's not being egotistical anymore. From the sounds of it, like he's still being like, man, you're sorry, but he's like actively, he's not really saying you're sorry, but he's like taunting him. But it seemed genuine that like if Deku was to kick him with that, it could legitimately kill him. So what I'm wondering is, like, I mean, what am I saying? Not what I'm wondering. So, like, it seems like he, like, might go for a backup, like, have a backup plan. But he's like, why have you, like, even the, Nana is like, give up on him already. Like, he's beyond the point 7. Some people are beyond the point 7, right? But, like, the second user, like, I don't know why he's doing this. And then we see All Might point, and it's showing why. See, at that point in time when All Might tells Deku, you can be a hero too. This is after Deku get berated for trying to save Bakugo because he couldn't, because like he could have died despite, I think, I could be wrong, I think Bakugo kind of received some praises despite making the situation way worse. But whatever. I don't like Bakugo anyways. But this after that, and after Bakugo told him to kill himself, it's after pretty much his entire life at that point. So he's been through a lot. Like he's been bullying for years. His mother said sorry to, not being able to give. I was watching another show the other day. Quick tangent. I think it was another anime too, but it was like the mother also apologized to him because it was like something genetic, and I was like, what is it with moms in like animated TV shows and whatnot apologizing for the kid? They have something nothing over. But, tangent aside, what was interesting, this is like after years of bullying once again, and once again Bakugo telling him to kill himself, but most importantly, this is after All Might literally told him, you can't do it, give up on your dreams. And he's still kind of like, I still want to try and be a hero, but this is like the first time someone validated his beliefs, and like, you can become a hero, which is very important because is someone giving out support and a helping hand to him, which from the helping hand it literally let him become a hero, and that's for a shadow the best hero ever. So, or at least up to that point, right? So it could be showing like, what I think happening is it's showing like Deku doesn't want to give up on Shigaraki, or won't give up on Shigaraki because, like, first of all, from all like you gotta understand, All Might fell Deku the first time and then came back and like, yeah, no, I was on to my own beliefs. You can't be a hero too, right? Deku, not necessarily fell his own beliefs, but like this is after Deku realized like, you know, like heroes supposed to be someone to save people, and like I've been only focusing on the people themselves. I haven't been focusing on the heroes, the people, but I haven't been focusing on saving the villains who also been through stuff in the system that been broken and James being what the heck? Steam. Sorry, Steam just randomly pops up. But a system that he's personally experienced at been like discriminatory, and his friends had experienced. This is after he come back that he will like learn this. I think could be beforehand, but I forgot what point. And I don't have Prime. I don't want to use my free ticket from Manga Plus to reread it because I can pretty much remember it, and I don't have the Shonen Jump subscription yet. But like he sees not only that, but also from like his own personal, he switched from like someone very strategic at the beginning of the series to someone who just punches really hard or kicks really hard. So it's like he also feels to some extent like, oh, I feel like being a hero because heroes will save everyone, or at least save the people they can. So this is a showcase of both like Deku, like, well, when you give up, when you can give like a helping hand, and when you help people, they can change and improve. As All Might showcase him, but also just like All Might made the mistake of giving up on someone. Deku doesn't want to do this and give up on him and like make the mistake and try to repent for it later when he can't. Or also from him, like All Might betraying his ideal, like, oh, anyone can be a hero, and him being course trying to be a hero when he was younger. And like that betrayal that he didn't really impact other people. Like he didn't try to reach their helping hand out for him, but it's not like he ever thought about from a villain point of view at first. He was only thinking about like, oh, here's job to save everyone, but he didn't think. I think the best way to put it is like, it'd be like a wolf attacking a baby, right? Or being near a baby. Like, you're gonna save the baby, but you're not gonna pay attention to the fact that the wolf is starving. And that's kind of the situation that Midoriya is like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to help now. And then I think that's like the best way to put it once again is it's a two-side symbolism, three-way symbolism of one, him knowing that if you reach a helping hand on someone, you can see him realizing me also like knowing that this isn't like a case with him. There won't be like another time if he kills him or anything like that. So he gotta try the hardest he can now. It doesn't matter if he like loses an arm man or dies. If he can save him, then he did his job. Lastly, it's just like he probably feel regret for not reaching out with a hand earlier or whatnot. Kind of how All Might real regret for telling Midoriya, you can't do it the first time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for My Hero. It was just the last. It was literally like the last 2 or 3 pages that was like, so. I was like, what is this about? Well, really the last one, but this video roughly 20 minutes. But I want to squeeze in just a little bit, 2 little more things. They're both one shot, so not much to break down. MASH, I missed a good proportion of, so that's the reason I gotta watch anime anyways. I missed a good proportion of MASH, but I did read the rest of it after that point. MASH had one shot, was really great to watch. Or really fun, see a little bit more of their life afterwards, I guess. It was also funny to see like him aspiring someone else. Like, yeah, you don't just have to try to follow the system that they set out for you. You have these people, and having MASH specifically do that is really cool. You could have other people in this group because they're all kind of outcasts, or at least weirdos. But pretty much everyone in that show is a weirdo if you think about it. But, they're all weirdos in their own rights. So anyone who cuts these lessons, I think it's really good that, MASH was the one to teach that lesson. And now, Oh, let's get into Monster. Monster is a one-shot made by Oda, and this is actually I couldn't get an image of the sword yet. I'll make a short about it if I find the sword. I'm already gonna make a short anyways about jumping. it's more fun than what it sounds, but I'll find out later because I can't really do it now. But I'll try to find out if the sword that he's using is actually the same sword that Zoro got. Because it doesn't. I can't tell 100%, but it doesn't look like it. Like, it doesn't look like the sword that Ryuman, who this team is a one shot. It seemed to be a part of the One Piece first. There are dragons in it. I mean, it's Oda, so of course they have a similar art style, but they even have, like, in particular, Ryuman. I think it's Ryuman. No, I don't think it's Ryuman. I think it might be. I'm thinking Ryuman. Reman. I think it's Reman because it's RYU. So and then Reman. I don't know. I'm calling him Reman. Sorry for anyone not pronouncing that name. But it have that character who is in One Piece, so and with a similar hair, like the same hairstyle too, except not gray because he's not skeleton anymore. So, it seemed to be a part of, like, I'm gonna assume it's a part of the One Piece world, and I think it's interesting because he has more insight on who Reman was, which I think is always great. Getting more insight in characters, especially characters that we might get a flashback for, but I highly doubt it, because. The Wano arc is over, so probably not gonna get a flashback for, because once again, Wano is over. If they were gonna give a flashback for it, it's probably in Wano. Same with Zoro family. I don't think I'm on the same opinion and wavelength as Tekken, where it's like it'd be cool we get it, but I don't think that Oda's gonna give us it. Like, he might just give us in the back like a quick thing, but I don't think because he released like a family tree about it, so I don't think I don't think that they're gonna reveal more. So I do really appreciate having that one shot. And the one thing I want to talk about is, like, I think it's funny how, like, kind of amalgamation I think like Zoro and Luffy more. It's like Luffy kind of carefree-ish nature, just kind of doing whatever he wants and like living the journey. It kind of, like, Zoro kind of has it too, but it's like Luffy main thing, and then he also have Zoro like seriousness. Like at one point, like, it's tradition, right? I know that it's like an actual thing that samurai used to do with your class thing with each other. You would fight because that would consider respect. But it's interesting that I don't know if we ever seen Zoro do that, but he does treat his sword with much respect or care for his swords, especially I want to say Swayomin, the white one. So it's interesting to see him as a character, and you kind of see him doing the same thing that Zoro. It's funny because it seemed like his descendant picked up on the same thing of walking around everywhere. Like, from the sense we see, it's kind of like I guess the best way to put it is a Ryu from Street Fighter thing, where it's like he's walking around, he's having a journey, and he's called a savior. It's kind of like Luffy because he doesn't want to be called, like, he not necessarily doesn't want to be called a savior, but like he doesn't want to be like Ryu doesn't want to be called. Like, he doesn't care if you call it a savior or not. He just doesn't know. But Luffy doesn't want it. But still have the title anyways. But Ryuman, like, is called the Savior because everywhere he goes, he like save people, kind of like Luffy and kind of like Zoro. But it's he does his Ryu thing where he's like just walking around. But it's funny because, like, I think a lot of it's supposed to be referenced to Zoro first introduction, because in Zoro first introduction we see him starving and he was wandering around. Like, he wasn't wandering around the town, but like he only wandered there and was starving and then saved someone, a young woman, or it was a little girl, but still saved someone young, and left town afterwards. I think that's not it's not supposed to be exact parallel, but I think it's like a reference to it. It was really a fun chapter to read, and I thought it was gonna be like before he got strong because we see him cut brass, which is impressive, without using hockey. From what it looks like, it doesn't look like he used hockey, so he slashes, cut bronze, but he misses a world-renowned swordsman who's considered the second best at the time. And he misses, and I was like, maybe this is before he was like really good, or maybe it's not connected to it, because the sword was like it looks similar because of the guard, but I can't tell yet. I need to, once again, update y'all on a short, but from the look of it, it doesn't look exactly 1-to-1. So I was like, maybe this is before he like became the swords guy, but later that chapter, it was like got me like, oh, this is funny because later that chapter was like. He does a quick draw, and like we don't see the draw, like the thing. Of course, we just see him cut, but like he does a quick draw, and he kills the dude with one hit. Like the dude literally stood no chance. Like, he was about to attack him and everything. He stood no chance, and then he killed the other dude he was working with. And I was like, wow. So he was just. That's just funny. I was like, that's just hilarious. Like I don't know why he almost lost the first round, but it was funny to think about. And then. It got even funnier because it kind of like the feeling kind of reminded me of early One Piece. I have read some of that. It's kind of like funny and whatnot, like more funny and less serious tones and whatnot. And like we see him running across a building and jumps up and slashes the dragon without even thinking about like how he gonna like fall down. It's just really funny. But yeah, that's it for this video. Goodbye. See you. Hopefully tomorrow for a weekly update. And yeah, shout out today for Mugiwara and Tekken 101. Peace.